There's no words on it.
He loves to train people. He gets off on it. He's committed to Satan.
Fight it, and we'll do it live.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water. They turn the friggin' frogs gay. If you're a new listener, just type in Pentagon tested gay bomb on Iraq. They didn't consider using it. They've used it on our troops.
And welcome to your long ride home. I am your host, Michael Long. And joining me here in studio in just a moment will be my co-host, as always, Mr. Cornelius Hennessy. He's running a little late today, so he's not quite here yet, but he will be here momentarily, hopefully. We're coming to you live, of course, as always, from the Rubber City, Akron, Ohio, right here from the beautiful WMBU Radio Free Entertainment Network studios. We're going to have a good show. We're going to talk some QAnon. We're going to talk about them banning menthol cigarettes. I'm having a problem with that.
You are?
Here he is. Mr. Cornelius Hennessy is here.
You know,
he has arrived. It's better late than never.
You got to arrive fashionably late.
That is true. That is true.
Fashionably late. I'm out of breath like I just ran a flight of stairs. Oh,
I don't know why
I did.
Why did I
no,
put this as... Okay, I did put it as 4:30. I forgot to update.
I'm hiding
the stuff. Yeah, I know, because you're out of breath and you're about to pass out.
Woo!
Don't get your droplets in my drink, Corey. I don't want your coronavirus.
First of all, Mr. Two Shots.
Yes, I am fully vaccinated.
Fully vaccinated. So if you're fully vaccinated, why do you care about my droplets?
Because fully vaccinated just means I won't be in the hospital dying from it.
So it's not really like a vaccination then.
No, it is.
Because like polio?
Yeah, you can still get polio. It's just not...
Like Ralph Polo?
Yeah. Yeah, you can go to the store anytime and get polo.
Yeah.
A vaccine doesn't stop that.
Yeah. It just, well, the wallet does.
Yeah, yeah.
The amount of money you have.
The vaccine wallet stops that immensely. You look like you're tired, sir. Working hard or hardly working.
Those dishes don't wash themselves.
That is true. You smell like dishes right now.
I do.
But yeah, we're going to talk QAnon today.
Are we?
We're going to talk Karens.
Karens?
Let
me put my headphones on.
We're going to talk...
Your headphones?
We're going to talk about... No, those are actually the stations.
The station managers?
Yeah. We're going to talk how I'm pro-MAGA now.
Are you?
Because they're trying to ban menthol cigarettes. Old Sleepy Joe wants to ban menthol cigarettes.
I was thinking about unquitting.
Unquitting just in time.
We'll talk about it. Since you're joining the dark side, I thought maybe going back to the dark side.
You should.
I want to turn this down.
I may have to quit now that
you'd be stuck with like Reds and who wants to.
Oh my god!
You know what I mean?
Full flavor. Ugh.
Full flavor. That's my jam.
I can only do menthols. But they're also going to try to do away with like flavor, like blunts and stuff.
See, here's the thing, Biden. Look what you did. You got the black community to all rally behind you.
And now you're
taking
taking
away their Newports
and their cigarillas.
You take away their Swisher Sweets.
Or yeah, Swishers. I don't know why I said cigarillas.
Well, that's what they are.
Yeah. I use a technical term.
Yeah.
No one calls them that.
Yeah, like people don't call them tissues; they call them Kleenex.
Yo, you got some cigarillas back there? Might say that next time I go to the gas station. Yo, you got some cigarillas?
Yeah, make it seem like it's a sting.
Yeah.
Do you have these particular cigarillos?
Do you possibly have the cigarillos? For me, I am over 18.
Well, 21. Sorry.
Yeah, 20. Oh, it is 21. I forget. I am so happy that I was way past 21 by the time they passed that law, because it was hard enough to wait till I was 18 to be able to buy them, because I started smoking at a very young age.
I didn't. I was 17.
Was you? I was like 13, 14.
Well, obviously, when you're that young, you probably don't have. Well, I don't know. You probably had access to cigarettes,
I had
right?
friends. Yeah.
You had friends in low places?
Yeah. I got friends. No, my dad's next door, my stepdad's next door neighbor was 18. I used to hang out with him for some god awful reason. No one thought that was weird. And he used to buy me cigarettes and stuff. His sister is my age, but I hung out with him more than I hung out with his sister just because.
Just because he was older,
he could buy cigarettes. And he drove
cancer sticks.
Yeah, and he drove. Even though his parents were a lot stricter on him than my parents were on me. Like he was like 18, but they treated him like he was like 15. Like at 18, he couldn't
that life. And
go anywhere.
My parents will deny that, but I lived that life. And
did you?
Look, well, you're under my roof. You're in my basement.
Yeah. But like they were bad. Like he couldn't go anywhere unless they gave him permission. He had to be home by like 8 o'clock. It was just a whole bunch of like, dude, you're 18. You know that, right?
Yeah.
And even when he moved out though, like he moved out, he got a trailer. Well, I think his family got him the trailer or whatever, but he was living on his own, but he was still under their thumb. Like,
yeah, it happens. I mean, when you're young, if you're under their thumb for a long time.
Yeah.
You kind of that's just your life.
Right. But
like,
it's
look
crazy,
at me,
like,
I'm 30.
Yeah.
And I'm still under my parents' thumb.
Yeah, that's true. But not as bad as he was.
Yeah.
He was like, his was like, it was kind of like under lock and key. Like they'd be like, we drove past your trailer at 9:05 last night and your car wasn't there.
It was in the shop, Mom.
Like, do we need to take your keys so we know you're going to be like, you're 19, dude? Like, come on. It's just weird. Because like, it was like at 15, I was running the streets till like 2 or 3 in the morning.
See,
like,
me, no.
Like, but I was the youngest. My mom just didn't care by the time I came around. She's like, whatever. Just don't get arrested. Don't have the cops bring you home. I don't give a damn. Just get out of my face. Mm-hmm. So I was running the streets at like 2 o'clock. I'd go stay at friends and we'd go like to the cemetery at 2 o'clock in the morning. And,
it's like Return of the Living Dead. They start coming out of the ground.
Yeah, that would have been great. We were scared about that. Always worried about that. But it never happened.
Never happened. God. I wish it would have.
Oh, that would have been great. That would have been great.
You can tell I'm a horror head.
Yeah.
I reference everything. Yeah, I'm a horror head. Yeah. I reference everything to horror. I'm like,
food.
And food.
And food.
And you mix the two together.
You got Attack of the Killer Green Tomatoes. Is that what that movie was called?
I've never seen it, but no, it's not Killer Green. I think it was just Killer Tomatoes in general.
Oh, okay.
They were red.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yes.
That is.
And I've never
they had a cartoon.
Those.
They had a cartoon based off of that too. I remember. I never watched that either, but I remember they had it.
My schedule this weekend calls for Bride of Reanimator, a weird movie. Speaking of,
I did see you post about that.
Yeah, so it's a very weird movie. The original was very weird, but Bride of Reanimator is the next one in line. I'm going to watch it tomorrow night.
I'm going to get that Bride of Reanimator. I'll tell you what, the TV station I work at on Saturday nights, when I come in, they have one of those, one of those knockoff local. She ain't local to our area, but she's local to some area.
Oh yeah,
horror host
somewhere.
Yeah, one of those horror hosts.
Cool.
Like
you sent me a picture.
Yeah, her. I can't remember what her name is because I never watched.
Is it new? Is it new product or is it just as they replay? It's like late night and they just replay.
No, it's a new product because she's promoting some
she's promoting like her masks for COVID.
No, she's promoting like some award she's up for like best horror host or something.
Yeah, because there's like only 3 of them on the planet now.
Oh, there's Son of Ghoul.
Just kidding.
There's Son of Ghoul here in Akron. You gotta download Lowcast and watch them on Retro TV here in Akron. But you can catch them on Retro TV in Cleveland, channel 35. And in Canton, he's on some station.
You're speaking
again.
Gibberish to me.
Yeah, I know.
It always threw me off, and we're going to get back to
Lorraine, actually. So, no, you got Spectrum. For some reason, Spectrum does not carry Retro TV.
I don't have TV.
Oh, yeah. Well, local, I mean, like
antenna.
Analog channels.
Yeah, but it's Spectrum.
You may get, you would get Retro TV then with your analog
maybe.
In Lorraine.
In Lorraine?
Yeah. Yeah, because Lorraine gets Cleveland channels.
Most of them, yeah. I'll have to
I think so. I think you would get it.
It's just
channel
I live
35.
in a weird, I'm like right at the lake, so it's really weird.
Oh, yeah.
Where I get how I get my channels, but
Son of Ghoul, he's been on the air.
Is he related to Goulardi?
He actually won a Ghoulardi lookalike contest.
And he's like, I should just do this.
Well, no, he was working under Ghoulardi, or he's working for the Ghoulardi show. And then when Ghoulardi retired, he gave him permission to become the Son of Ghoul.
That's awesome.
And that's when he started his horror hosting. He was really big here in Akron back in the day. Retro TV used to be called the CAT, Cleveland Akron Television, channel 29 and 35. And he did his Friday night movie, and then he had a game show on Wednesday nights called the Son of Ghoul House of Fun and Games. I actually won one time. I won tickets to the Hudson Horror Haunted House back in the day. But he's been consistently hosting for 30 some years now. So it's been, and I actually met him.
How do I get into this? I want to be a
horror host.
Yeah, horror host.
Well, I think now he doesn't. I don't think he records new material now. I think he just edits together old bits and then puts them with a movie. Because he used to record everything right there in the studio that I work at now. But I don't think he actually records new material now. He's a little older, so he's just put in.
Well, then he could be like, are you talking about Son of Frankenstein or someone else?
No, Son of Ghoul.
Son of Ghoul. Sorry, why did I say Son of?
I don't know.
I have
Boris
Son of
Karloff. Is that who you thought it was?
Yeah, it's Boris. Good old Boris.
Good old Boris Karloff.
Bore us. That's what everyone's thinking right
he
now.
Will actually,
boring us.
He will actually. You know what? The Son of Ghoul. Usually, I'm assuming next Saturday he will be at the Hartville Flea Market, where I'll also be set up with some Long Ride Home merchandise.
Where you're going to be set up?
Yeah. I have some wrestling autographs I'll be selling.
I'll throw my
DVDs.
I'll sign some stuff.
I was thinking about getting some pictures and we just both sign them and just give them out there.
Yeah, because I can't confirm or deny that I'll be there, to be honest.
I'm not expecting you to be there. So
because I'm not cool. I'm like the cousin that lives far away. And you're like, yeah, sometimes they show up.
Right. I mean, I'm kind of regretting going out there because I know I got to work the overnight that night at the radio station. But you know what? Before I started at the station, Son of Ghoul was the one doing the overnight. So, and he was doing the Hartville Flea Market. So I guess it's doable if he could do it at his age.
Yeah.
A spry young chicken like myself should have no problem.
Yeah, I don't know about young.
Wow. Okay, a spry chicken then. Whatever.
There you go.
So yeah, but yeah, he's pretty much been the local big time host since Ghoulardi. Well, of course, you had Big Chuck and Little John, who obviously were bigger names.
See, I never understood, and I'm going to jump into this. Maybe not. Like, as a kid, I never understood why when I would go to somewhere else that Nickelodeon wasn't the same channel as it was on my TV.
Right. It'd be 28 on your TV.
36.
Or 30, yeah, whatever.
And then it would be like something else. I'd go into like Sheffield Lake.
Yeah.
Or like another area around, and they'd be like, it's different. I'm like, I don't understand. Why is it a different channel? Why is it a different channel? Huh? I never understood that.
It depends on the FCC in the area.
Now I get it.
DirecTV, though, there's same channels everywhere. No matter where you go, if there's DirecTV, everything's the same channel.
Yeah. Well, like Fox is always usually 8.
Yeah. Well, in our area, it's always 8. Like you go to Arizona and it'd be like Fox 12 news.
Fox 12.
Yeah, and it'd be on channel 12.
Fox U.
I always thought it was weird when I was a kid because Fox 8 would be like on channel 9. And I'd be like, what? I don't get it. Why? But yeah, that's I used to think that all the time too. Like, why is it different? Like, I'd go to Florida. I'm like, why are none of the channels what I want them to be or what they should be? Like, God made them a certain way. Damn it. Stop playing God here. Yeah. Spectrum or Time Warner at that time. Charter, whatever they were called at that time. They've had a lot of names.
I don't remember what they were before Adelphia, but Adelphia is what I remember from like middle school for me.
And what is it now? Spectrum?
Going from Adelphia to Time Warner to Spectrum.
Okay. I don't remember it being Adelphia. I remember it being Time Warner Cable. I remember it being Charter Charter and then Spectrum. Or maybe it was Charter then Time Warner.
Yeah,
I remember when they came out with the digital boxes, and that was like a big deal.
I remember when they came out with DVR. Yeah, DVRs. I remember it was like
way before that, like just because like when I first
the digital box,
because like because at first it was just you plug in, you get cable, and you plug in the cable to the back of the TV, and you get the channels. But then they had and then it's like you want a pay-per-view, you'd have to call them and blah blah blah. And then they came out with the boxes where you can order the pay-per-views right from the box. Nothing else. Nothing else special. Before DVR and all that.
I remember
Then
like
they
a
went
gray
digital.
box. This is what I remember as a kid. I remember a gray box sitting on the top of the television, and it had a little indent where you could put the remote, and it had like, I want to say red LED or whatever, and it showed what channel you were tuned into.
Yep.
But you had to, but that was like you plugged your coaxial into that, and I think it was coaxial into the television.
Yeah. Yep.
So you had to tune your television to like channel 3.
Yep. Channel 3.
And then you changed with that. So you had 10 different remotes.
Oh yeah.
And then now it's like
then you had to hook your
remote.
VCR up to it if you wanted to record out the TV.
So you had to like hook your coaxial into the
you had to be Doc Brown at this point, just
into the cable box. Then you had to plug your cable box coaxial into the VCR.
Yeah.
And then the VCR out into the coaxial. So
Yeah.
I had a TV in my room, but it was a very old TV.
We when I was a kid, we had this really neat invention called a scrambler. And what it was is you put it on like your regular TV. If you have cable, you put the coaxial in, because back then the like pay-per-view channels, they'd just be scrambled.
Mm-hmm.
So you couldn't see them. You could listen to them or whatever. But we had a box called a scrambler. Highly illegal, I'm assuming.
Yes.
But it just descrambled these pay-per-view channels for free. So like we could watch. I was watching all the pay-per-views. Parents go to bed. I was watching porn. All descrambled.
Yeah. I heard that you used to watch porn as a kid, like when you were like 12, 13, and like you wanted to lose weight, so you would watch straight porn.
Yes.
And it would make you throw up. And
yes.
That's how you got so skinny.
No, I watched straight porn as a kid because, at that point, at that time, there wasn't gay porn available really on pay-per-view like there is now.
No.
So we didn't have the internet back then. So it's not like I could go on Pornhub.
A lot of people, I'm not going to give too many details, but I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that used to run a satellite rig thing where they have the cards, and you get this extravagant setup. You set up a satellite, all this stuff, and you got the cards, and you would just stick the card into your receiver, and boom, you'd have your pay-per-views and stuff. Kind of similar probably to what you were talking about.
And there's people like there's footage on YouTube of stuff of like old WWE or WCW events, because like the satellite feed would be consistent, and they just put commercials, but there's people that had some kind of equipment where they can actually grab the actual satellite feed instead of like the network feed. And like, so during the commercial, they still got the satellite feed and would see what all was going on. There's a lot of video on YouTube from a lot of live events like that, because for live shows, the satellite feed's constantly beaming. It's just the network will stop the satellite feed to put commercials in, but the satellite feed's still going. There's people that I don't know what they had to get it, but they had something that actually intercepted the actual satellite feed. So they got to see everything during the commercial breaks and everything. Like the dark matches and stuff. That's how a lot of them are up there, because someone would grab the satellite feed somehow. Really weird. I don't know how they did it, but we just really got old.
Well, now we have that with the NBA. There's the NBA League Pass.
Oh yeah.
And so if you have the League Pass, you see what goes on in commercial breaks and halftime. You see the halftime show that would just be local to you wouldn't normally see from like NBC.
Well, that's different though. That's NBA putting
You're right.
it out
You're right.
there.
That is different. It's different, but it's the same concept.
It's the same concept. It's just that's legally done.
Yeah.
You're legally watching that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is back before all that stuff. Back before they had special networks and NFL Sunday tickets and all that fun stuff. I used to love an NFL Sunday ticket. So I was supposed to go to the draft experience yesterday, but it was too damn rainy. I wasn't about to go, and cold. So I was like, no, I'm not going to go.
Yeah, I considered it. Just kidding. I didn't really consider it.
No, you didn't consider it at all.
What were you going to be there for? What were you going to be there for? Was it like we'll just go down there thing, or was it like
no? I had tickets
part of being in the media.
I had tickets to the it was like kind of like a media thing. I had tickets to the draft experience where like you get to go like see all the cool exhibits, and you get to get your you get to put your head in to make it look like you're wearing a jersey or you're wearing a whatever, the football team outfit, and you get to go in like a mock locker room, and you get your picture taken with the Lombardi trophy and all that stuff that they give you for the fan experience. They had you could do like throw the football in the Brown Stadium and Oh, like you get to go in the Brown Stadium and do all and do all this cool stuff.
I want to go to Second Energy Stadium.
I have been looking. I have not found it.
Stadium.
You know what? When I went over to Deepest Darkest Africa a few years ago, they had 17th Energy Stadium, which I thought was really neat. It was made out of leaves and sticks, but it served its purpose. Did you do you know your ABCs, Corey?
I learned recently. I think I don't know.
Well, there's a new way to learn. Did you see the video that's gone viral? He's a professor. He's really big on TikTok. But he did the ABCs to the beat of corn, or to a corn instrumental.
Like the corn with a K?
Yeah. And it went really viral. Even the lead singer of Korn seen it. And he's like, I totally endorse this. This is awesome.
Now, this professor feller you're speaking of.
Yeah.
Is it a white man, black man?
Black guy.
Is it the cool
professor? Oh, yeah. From TikTok. Yeah.
Okay, now I know who you're talking about.
He did it to the tune of Coming Undone.
Oh.
It's actually really good. Yeah, it's actually really good. Let's go and play that.
That's right.
There you go. Right there for
Please raise your hand in my class. Now let's try. They say our alphabet, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that was it. Yeah, so he did never went to mosh to the ABCs before. And now I kind of do. He's very talented. I love his TikTok page though.
Yeah, very easily one of my favorite TikTokers.
Oh yeah. And now he's doing all the
And I never thought anything of it. You sent me the one that was like about when people from students show up and it's supposed to be digital.
Oh yeah.
You sent me that and I didn't think anything of it. And then I started seeing more and more and more. And I'm like, oh, this guy likes wrestling. And that explains why.
Batista retweeted him.
Yeah.
What was the one that I sent you about where students show up?
Oh, it was like when you aren't supposed to be here or something. You sent it to me. I don't remember.
I kind of remember what it was, but I don't. I got to look it up now.
You do have to look it up. We don't send that many TikToks back and forth.
Not like we used to.
No. I don't really go on TikTok all that much anymore.
I really don't either. I've just started kind of scrolling more and more.
My boss, I only watch TikTok when people send them to me. Like I don't sit and scroll through my timeline. Yeah, I didn't think anything of it. That's pretty funny. The guy's cool. I want to meet him.
Oh yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah. You know what? He actually has his own radio show.
Really?
Yeah, out there in wherever he's from. He's done some TikToks from the studio. So, but yeah, I love his stuff. I wish I would have had teachers like that back in my day.
We did have pretty cool instructors at the Ohio Media
We
School.
did. We had Doozer.
Good old
F's
Doozer.
in the chat for Doozer.
He's not dead.
Oh, he's not?
He's not dead. He was. We had a little bit of a scare. He was in the hospital, correct? He had some difficulties. A Beatties flare.
Yeah, diabetes. Maybe he can be the replacement for Wilford Bramley. Maybe that's why he left.
That makes sense.
He got offered to be the new diabetes guy.
Diabetes.
I don't like being stuck with needles, but my diabetes makes it happen. Diabetes.
Wilford Bramley. Good man.
John Dusenberry.
What's he up to? What's Wilford Bramley up to now?
He's dead.
Oh, so he's not.
What's he up to? He's up to about 6 feet of dirt. Yeah.
Probably mud right now. It's a little rainy.
Well, it depends where he was buried at.
Yeah.
Probably
out
California.
in the middle of the desert. Yeah, it might be.
He was a child. I think he started off as like a child star. So I think he's been around since like the 20s. He started.
Makes sense.
Like that. I don't know. They're making a I Love Lucy or a movie based off the life of Lucille Ball, and Nicole Kidman is playing her.
Was playing Lucy?
Yeah, and they just released the first pictures, and people are not happy.
You got some splaining to do.
They were like, "Why didn't you guys cast Deborah Messing?" Because they tagged it with the post like, oh, this looks so much like Lucy. And everyone on Twitter is like, have you ever actually seen Lucille Ball? Because that looks nothing like her. I know he's going to play Ricky Ricardo. Or Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin, you got some splaining to do.
You got some splaining to do, Lucy. Why are you living la vida loca? Babaloo. Yeah, so Nicole Kidman and people are in an uproar. Like, she looks nothing like Lucille Ball. They all wanted Deborah Messing, which actually would have made sense. She kind of looks Lucy-ish.
I can't say that I was very big on I Love Lucy because it was when I grew up. Nowadays these kids watch The Office for Nick at Night.
Yeah.
When I grew up, it was Munsters, Honeymooners,
right?
All of those shows.
I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched.
Yeah.
So I was. I felt really weird when they started adding like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I'm like, what the hell? And
Full House. I'm like, wait a minute, no.
Yeah.
Like, no, Nick at Night's always been old people TV. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, no, people are old now. So I'm like,
yeah. So I Love Lucy was not really
in your wheelhouse.
I watched. I just don't remember much of it. Like I remember seeing it.
I was actually I loved Nick at Night as a kid. I would stay up late and watch
Monsters. I always loved watching the Monsters.
I love the Monsters. Rob Zombie. He's doing a Monster remake.
That's going to be.
I don't know.
Very polarizing. I'm excited for it.
I just wonder how he's going to do it
because everything Rob Zombie touches, people freak the hell out.
Kind of like
it turns me on.
It turns to crap.
Oh no, it doesn't turn it.
No. The second Halloween was pretty crappy. First one was good.
I wouldn't say it was good.
You didn't like the first one?
I liked it better than I liked the second one, but I liked the second one for all the gore.
The gore was good in the second. I just didn't like all the supernatural stuff he tried to put in
the White Horse garbage.
I just wonder who's his wife going to play in the Monsters.
I don't know.
Because he cannot do a single. He's like the couple that have a joint Facebook account. That's what Rob Zombie's like. He's like, my wife's got to be in the movie. It's like my wife's got to be on the Facebook account.
Sherry Moon Zombie. Sherry Moon. She's probably gonna be mom. She's probably gonna be the mother. I can't think of her name.
Lily. I think that was Lily. I think Lily.
It's been so long since I've watched.
Yeah.
I need to pick up. I keep seeing the box sets of.
Wonder which one cheated. She's got to be on all his projects.
Yeah, literally. Like if you go on all of his projects, literally every single Rob Zombie movie that I've ever seen. So obviously the three, the Devil's Three.
Yeah. Which she was a main character, so it made sense for that. But
so you have that
Halloween's,
and then she was in both of the Halloweens. Yep. She was in 31.
Yeah.
She was in Lords of Salem.
Would anyone admit to being in 31? I actually watched that and I was not. Like, would anyone admit that? Like, hey, just take that off.
The Nazi little person? Yeah, I don't want to say that M word because it might offend.
Yeah, just
Nazi isn't offensive.
No, just take that off my resume, please. Like, I just don't want to admit that.
There was some interesting stuff. But they're supposed to be
the Snyder cut.
Yeah, they're supposed to be the Snyder cut
of 31. I could barely make it through the regular cut. It'd be great if there's like a 4-hour version.
A 4-hour version of 31. No, they're supposed to be like an uncut, better version of it. But who knows? I'll watch it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'll like it.
What else did Rob Zombie do?
He was involved in Bride of Chucky.
Was he?
I think he might have just done the music, or he might have had something to do with it. I don't know.
He did the music for Howard Stern's Private Parts. He's got a gold record.
Zombie, as member of White Zombie.
No, I think he was doing the Rob Zombie thing then.
No.
It was early to mid 90s. Oh, maybe he was still White Zombie. He's had a great career outside of them, hasn't he? He's one of the few people that can break away from the band and be Ozzy. Ozzy's another one that broke away from Black Sabbath, had a great solo career. And
then he had Black Sabbath open for him.
Yeah. Like, take that. Like, I would say Ozzy probably set the bar for leaving a band success-wise. Because he's probably the most successful person to have a solo career that originally was in a band. So Ozzy definitely sets the tone for that. But Rob Zombie's been very successful outside of White. I'd say he's more successful outside of White Zombie than he was with them.
Yeah.
Maybe not music-wise. Well, yeah, you know what? You really don't hear much about Rob Zombie music-wise, which I love his music. I I love Rob Zombie's music and movies. But you really don't hear.
Except for 31.
Except for 31.
That's
That's
the anti-norm.
Yeah.
I want to go to Incarceration. So he's like one of the headliners or whatever.
Oh, really?
I think Slipknot, Incarceration.
Where's that going to be at?
I don't know if it's in like Cleveland or I think it's somewhere in Ohio.
I think you know what I think it may be. I remember hearing about. There's like a tattoo festival. In there. Yeah.
I
thought it was going to be.
I don't have a tattoo, of course.
I thought it was going to be a Lilith Fair, or what is that? Lilith,
I don't know.
The Women's Music Festival.
Incarceration 2021. Let me just see.
I think it is going to be. You know what? It is going to be in Cleveland because I just heard. I
commercials.
Remember,
you hear commercials.
Yeah, I just remember hearing commercials about that on the radio the other day when I was driving home from work.
Mansfield.
Oh, it is. Oh, is it going to be at the Mansfield Reformatory? Because that would make sense with it being called Incarceration.
That makes sense. Let me see.
Oh boy! So that means
Ohio State Reformatory.
Really? So that means the prisoners in the actual prison down below it are going to get a free show.
Yeah.
Might as well get locked up, Corey. You know, do a little 6-month bid.
I could pay like $100 probably for a 3-day pass,
or you can just go get locked up for free.
Go serve 25 to life, and I can get the next 25 incarcerations for free.
Exactly. I want to go to that. I'm gonna have to look into tickets. Tickets on
$100
sale
times
yet?
25. That's like a lot of money.
Yeah,
that I could save.
I mean, there's no way to tell how much money that is, but I'm sure it'd be a lot. Oh man, I want to go. Let's get tickets.
Yeah.
Wonder how much they are.
I don't know. Expensive.
Let's go.
Not expensive.
I don't think it'd be that expensive.
I said I want to say it's probably. I don't know.
Are they on sale yet?
Buy passes right now. Buy passes. But let's just talk about who's going to be there. So Friday, Slipknot, Mastodon, Killswitch Engage, Steel Panther, The Who, Ice Nine Kills,
Who?
Bad Flower, Escape the Fate. I don't know who's in Escape the Fate anymore. Local H.
Which day is Rob Zombie going to be there? Because that's the only day I want to go.
Sunday.
Okay, so Sunday, September.
Well, you see, you just want he's the headliner for Sunday.
So so it starts at 11:59 p.m. Sunday. So technically, it's a Monday concert.
Well, then lock in your price so you can actually just put $20 down. Apparently,
that ain't bad.
3-day weekend general admission pass. How much is it?
God damn,
$200.
General admission.
Like $200 some bucks. It better come with a free tattoo.
Well, here it's $145 per ticket.
Oh, if you get 4 passes, it's $169 plus the fees, and they're sold out. Holy crap, unavailable. So maybe they might have sold out. We might have missed our boat, man.
We may have
3-day weekend hotel packages. I'm not going to get a hotel.
I don't know. It's too close.
Ooh, double queen beds, a Fairfield Inn Suites. 4-person weekend VIP, $2,799. Hey, if you be the next caller, we're giving away not tickets.
Because we can't even get our own tickets
yet by anybody.
What if we could get sponsored by them?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll reach out to the concert promoter.
Yeah, reach out to Rob Zombie and see if he'll come on the show.
Oh, you know what? He actually may. He's been doing the radio kind of. You know what? Because I was actually, even before I knew about this, thought too much about this. I thought about reaching out to his management to see if we can get him on the show. But he definitely, he would have no reason not to come on the show, even if it's just over the phone interview.
Yeah.
I think we can get Rob Zombie.
He's the only, so on that Sunday, honestly, I would like to see a couple of the bands, but I could do without seeing them. So Rob Zombie would be the only person that I'd care about seeing on that Sunday.
Right.
But Saturday, Mudvayne, Day to Remember, Chauvel, Asking Alexandria. I like the old Asking Alexandria. August Burns Red.
They're gonna have some tattoo.
So Saturday would be the day that I would be like, let's go. Yeah, Slipknot's headlining Friday.
Mudvayne.
Oh, see, I'm cool. I have the computer.
I got tired of looking on my phone. Steel Panther. Who cares?
Yeah, there's a couple bands.
The Devil Wears Prada. I love that movie. So they're showing that movie on the big screen. Is that what it is?
Yeah. They're showing the movie. It's definitely not the band performing.
Yeah, there's a band.
Yes.
Oh,
there's a ban on menthol cigarettes.
What is it called? Newport?
Yeah. Take away.
Well, they're going to get banned by Joe Biden. So Sunday is going to be Rob Zombie, Hellstorm, Beartooth, Motionless in White, Fever 333, All That Remains, Rage War, The Devil Wears Prada. So they're showing the movie on Sunday. Attila, Fire.
Most of those bands I don't really care about.
No, silent therapy. So wait, is it going to be just one stage? No, it's going to be multiple stages if there's all these people performing on Sunday.
I don't know. IDK, my BFF Jill.
Saturday, Mudvayne. Friday is Slipknot. Ooh, Kill Switch Engage.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, there's some bands for sure that I'd like to see, but
Kill Switch Engage. They did either Chris Benoit's or Kane's entrance music. I can't remember which one.
Probably Chris Benoit.
Thinking
because
Chris
Kane's
Benoit.
was not Kill Switch Engage.
Okay, so it was Chris Benoit then. Okay. Well, never mind. They
There's
support a murderer.
no holding me.
They
Yeah,
support a murderer.
I can't remember who did Kane's, but that's neither here nor there. It just definitely wasn't.
See a partner. They have a partner page. I'll see who their partners are. Tobacco-free nicotine patches. I don't see no
Pouches, not patches.
request sponsorship or exhibitor information to partnerships at DW Presents. Blah blah blah. So let's see. I'm gonna see if we can get Rob Zombie on the show. Because I mean we're really close to Mansfield, so he might as well come on. And
How close are we to Mansfield?
it's about 45 minutes, I want to say.
From here? Is 45 minutes or so?
45 minutes an hour.
Hmm.
I want to say maybe. I think so because we've gone there before.
I've been there once.
To prison?
No,
You're incarcerated.
I have an ex that works somewhere down there.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's about an hour and a
down there
half from here.
An hour and a half from here. So what's
Wait.
about an hour and a half from my from where I live too. So
Never mind. That's if you avoid highways. I still have that function on. Yeah, it's about an hour and 3 minutes from here. Not that bad.
Not that bad. That's just the commute that I have from either work or home.
Yeah.
Give or take.
They got some tattoo artists.
Who's going to be there?
Who's going to be there? Got Rich Gallery, Black Label Custom Tattoo.
I don't know any of those.
I don't either. Robert Lasser, Jennifer Ario, Kyla DeClaradio. I don't know any of these people. I'm not a big...
Wherever you're talking like we're like sponsored, that would be nice.
I'm gonna try. Oh, here they go. Saturday
sold out. Are you kidding me?
Yes, Friday and Saturday sold out. Sunday it looks like they have $95.
So yeah, you can't even get a pass.
Nope. No, if you're in the military, you can.
Yeah, let's look up what's his face.
God, all the.
Hey, what's our ex best friend Jebediah?
Oh yeah, Jed. You see,
hit up Jed. Be like, Jed, can you get me a pass?
Oh, they got parking passes.
He's like,
still available.
No, but you have to hang out with me the whole time. You know what? I think I'd rather somebody will be live streaming it with their crappy $20 phone.
Oh, look at this.
Better than that.
So, they have RV. You could actually camp there. RV camping. Starts as low as that's all sold out too. So the only thing available is Sunday general admission, which is really weird that there's Sundays available.
Because there's no one playing besides Rob Zombie.
That anyone cares
no one
about.
that cares. Yeah, I mean,
but they're showing. They're showing what's it called? Devil Wears Prada.
The only thing I know about Devil Wears Prada
is that it had what's your name in it.
They did a cover. They did a cover of some song. I don't remember what it was for Punk Goes.
Look, they got a jumpsuit add-on you can get.
Yeah, just be.
I wonder how much a jumpsuit is. Oh, $90, and you get a jumpsuit as well. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
it is actually pretty cool. I'm gonna. Oh, they have a contact. That's email. I'm gonna get a hold of them.
Okay, you do that, buddy.
See if we can get some guys on the show. Even if we can't get Rob, maybe we can get someone else. Maybe we can get Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get her. The devil herself. Was the chick in that movie? Oh my God.
Glenn Close? I don't know.
No, I don't think Glenn Close was in it. It was Angelica Houston. She played Morticia in the Addams Family movies. Addams Family and Addams Family Values.
Not the knockoff.
No, not the like Family Reunion.
You know, I was watching an episode of Tales from the Crypt. The original Gomez was in an episode.
Like the original from the TV show? The original. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was old.
He was playing a part and an episode that John Lovitz was actually in too.
I love John Lovitz.
Yeah, it was a pretty good episode.
I love The Critic. Remember The Critic? That cartoon with John Lovitz?
No.
You don't?
No.
Oh my God, what's wrong with you?
A lot.
That's such a great
We don't have
cartoon.
enough time.
That is true. We don't.
I
It's
wish
only
we
a
were
2
few
hour
minutes
show.
If we were a few minutes later, we'd have a good segue.
Yeah, we would, but we're not.
We're not.
We're not, so we're stuck.
You should have
with
asked me what was wrong with me in like 3 or 4 minutes.
I should have, but I didn't. So here we are. I'm sure I'll have another reason within the next 3 minutes to ask what's wrong with you.
Now let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah, John Lovitz is great. I love Tales from the Crypt. Aren't they redoing that too?
No, Creep Show.
Creep Show is gonna reboot.
Creep Show already has a reboot.
Oh,
it's the
okay.
second season on
Oh,
Shudder.
really?
I think it's on Shudder. It streams on Shudder.
Well, isn't Creep
Then
Show pretty much the
AMC.
same thing
It's
as
It's not the same thing. It's an anthology. It's the concept of like, hey, it's different horror stories.
right?
Like Creep Show was an old comic book from the 50s, and like Tales from the Crypt is also kind of. That was a big thing in the 50s, and like
Oh yeah,
it was all horror comics.
yeah. I remember they did a movie for Tales from the Crypt, or I think they did a few movies.
Like Boar or something.
Yeah, like something burlesque, like
There's
or something.
There's a lot of movies actually. There's like 3 or 4 of them.
Is there that many? I just remember the one because I remember the guy that played like Bulk from Power Rangers was in it. You know, remember Bulk and Skull from Power? I think the guy that played Bulk was in it, or someone that looked enough like him when I was a kid.
Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. There was several.
Let's see here. Tales from the Crypt film. Oh no, that ain't it. Oh, 5 based on stories and Crypt Keeper was played by Ralph Richardson.
Yeah, so there was an actual movie.
Yes.
And there was like spin-offs of
Yeah,
like
that's
that
what
movie.
DVD
DVD and Blu-ray releases. Up my alley.
Tales from the Crypt was released on DVD in the United Kingdom in 2010. It received its first Blu-ray release from Shock Records in Australia.
And Scream Factory released.
Oh, yep, the same double feature Blu-ray in 2014.
Yeah, but there's like is there a thing that's like for something? Click on this because there was like spinoff of like different stories. It was like feature length episodes, which is pretty much just a movie.
Yeah,
you're one of the weirdos that goes on Wiki and looks stuff up, and I happens every time I notice that you do it.
You have a problem with that?
No, I guess not.
Canceled reboots in 2000. Oh, they tried to reboot it with M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Stop speaking tongues. This isn't a religious program. He was going to be on TNT with M. Night Shyamalan being the head of it, but that didn't happen. Huh. Trying to see the movies. Where are the movies?
Because there's...
films. Okay, in 1995, a film spinoff of the TV series was produced. Demon Knight. After it became a commercial success, they greenlit 2 more movies and intended to produce a trilogy. The second film, Bordello of Blood, that's the one I remember, was released in 96. It was a box office bomb and was generally disliked by critics and fans of the series. As a follow-up to Demon Knight, producers plan to make a film titled Dead Easy, a New Orleans zombie film, but the producers felt the script lacked humor and leaned too heavily towards horror. Bordello of Blood. That was my favorite movie ever. Not really. Dennis Miller was in it, who I'm not a big fan of, but, he was there. Whoopi Goldberg was in it. She had a cameo. John Kaser did the voice of the Crypt Keeper.
He did a bunch of stuff. He's been the voice of... He's a cool dude, man.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, I met him on no occasions.
Oh, okay. You guys go way back, obviously.
Yeah.
I think this is the guy that I thought was from Power Rangers when I was a kid. I don't remember.
I don't know, man.
I don't remember. It's someone from this show, from this movie. It's like, Corey Feldman was in it.
Corey Feldman was in a couple of Friday the 13th.
Yeah. He was in Lost Boys. Corey Haim. He's the one that's still alive. Corey Haim is the one that's dead. He was in the Fox in the final Friday the 13th, the final chapter he was in.
Yeah, he was like a little weird kid.
And A New Beginnings as Tommy Jarvis. He was in Gremlins, The Goonies, Stand By Me.
He was in a lot of 80s movies.
Yeah, Meatballs. I remember Meatballs. Meatballs 4 he was in, not Meatballs. He was in Ninja Turtles 3. Oh, he played the voice of Donatello. Interesting. He was in last film he did.
I don't remember watching the third movie. I kind of
Ninja
remember
Turtles?
the third Ninja Turtles, where they were like in China or something.
Yeah, it was
or
horrible.
Japan or my racist
They
class.
time travel.
They were time traveling. I just thought they were being in.
No, I'm pretty sure they're time traveling. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back at 5 o'clock with more of your long ride home right here on WMBU, part of the Radio Free Entertainment Network.
No way!
24 hours, 7 days a week. Akron, Canton, Cleveland, Northeast Ohio, and worldwide.
You are listening to the worst show on radio. This is your long ride home on WMBU, part of the Radio Free Entertainment Network.
Without a doubt, the worst episode ever. Rest assured that I was on the internet within minutes, registering my disgust throughout the world.
Gentlemen, the King.
And welcome back to your award-winning Long Ride Home. I am your host, Michael Long, and sitting here right next to me, looking as handsome as only he could, a face only a mother could love. His mother actually texted me and told me that was a goddamn lie. Mr. Corey Hennessy. Corey, how's it going? Did you show off your trophy to your parents?
Yeah, I showed it off to...
Did they have to put like a monocle in to see it?
Yeah.
Like, let me get my glasses. I can't see it. Yeah. Were they proud of you?
No, they're never proud of
Did you get an attaboy?
No.
No.
I can never make my family proud.
Well, you make me proud just by
you.
being you.
I made our resident favorite listener, Brad, I made him proud. He told me he was proud.
Oh.
He commented on one of my own friends of them on the personal page.
Yeah.
He said he was proud of me.
Aww.
Shout out, and if you ever watch this, someday.
Shout out to Brad.
Shout out to Brad.
Oh, we need to send him a t-shirt.
Should.
Yeah. Brad, if you're watching, send us a DM with your address. What size t-shirt you wear. We may not have his size. We only got up to 2X. Not saying he's fat, but he said he's a bear, so I don't know if he's gonna.
Yeah. And Facebook can be deceiving, you know.
Yeah.
We could be like, you look like
he looks felt.
Felt like someone touched him, or like felts.
Yeah, like
like the material.
No, like a stunning body. I guess I don't know.
I don't know what you mean by felt.
I don't either. I don't know.
It's neither here
nor there. Doesn't matter. There's a story
of a man named Brady
who had 3 dumb children. So in Las Vegas, a news anchor was arrested after she was found sleeping naked in her car. She's a nice looking lady.
She seems to be. That's her. They put clothes on her and made her take a mugshot.
Yeah, they're like, hey,
like, we can't take your mugshot with your teeters hanging out unless you're gonna milk. You're going to give us some milk.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sexist. How dare you?
She's the early morning weekday anchor for Fox 5 Las Vegas.
I've got nipples, Greg. You want to milk me?
It says she is a passionate storyteller dedicated to being a voice for the voiceless and a nude for the nudist. Yeah, she was found naked, passed out in her car.
Was she drugged?
I don't know. I'm not interested in signing up for your
scum
rag.
You're not interested in seeing her naked?
No.
Oh.
Her name is Feven Kilfigagius, but her on-air name is Feven K.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like when you get a phone call from, that one country that's getting
yeah, and they're like, my name is Alexander. Like, no, it's not.
No.
My name is Frank. Like, no.
Yeah.
She was sentenced last week to a $1,000 fine in order to take driving lessons. Well, she wasn't driving. She was passed out naked. She probably putting clothes on lessons. She was arrested at 7:30 a.m. on March 20th after being found behind the wheel of her Audi, completely naked.
Did they take a breathalyzer to see if she was under the influence?
I don't know.
Did they take maybe she got hit with the morning after pill?
I mean, she's the morning after pill. I don't think that knocks you out. Knocks the baby out. It doesn't knock you out. Yeah, I mean, she's a good-looking girl. I wonder how long the cop stood there and stared at her before. Do you think he took some pictures with his camera before he decided to wake her up.
Get a positive ID on this.
Yeah, like don't worry, this is just for evidence.
These breastises, I know these breastises from somewhere.
Yeah, like, do you want to take out? We need to give you a breathalyzer test, ma'am. Yeah. What would you do if you would have walked up on her naked in her car? Do you wake her up right away, or do you kind of admire her body for a while?
It depends. As a cop,
Yes.
if I was in that situation, well, I don't know. Probably wake her up. Probably have to wake her up
Right away,
with both hands.
A gentle chest massage, like wake up.
Wake up, gorgeous.
Yeah. Smack her on the forehead a few times. Wake up. It's dangerously getting into rape territory right there.
I think we got our feet wet in that territory already with those comments.
Is something wet. Maybe she was. Maybe that's why she was naked in her car. Who knows?
I want to know why she was naked in her car.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was she just that like partied up and she
maybe at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Well, maybe she was partying until 3 o'clock in the morning and was drunk and passed out in her car. It isn't like she was partying at 7 a.m.
She was out in public. I mean, she was. I don't
know. That's what I'm saying.
I think they found her. Oh, I think they found her in a parking lot or something.
In her car. In her Audi 2000.
Naked.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe she's partied. She didn't want to drive.
And she's got naked?
She didn't want to put her clothes on.
Okay.
I mean, she might. I don't know where.
It is Las Vegas.
What stays in Vegas? Lays in Vegas.
Oh, it lays in Vegas, stays in Vegas. Yeah. So yeah, that's. She did a. She was off for a few weeks.
No, they gave her a few days. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. She said, "As I move forward, I want you to know I've learned from this, and I will continue learning."
She wanted to
how
get
to
ahead
keep
of
my
it.
clothes on.
She wanted to get ahead of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the officer was trying to do too.
Yeah.
When she said no, he's like, "All right, you're under arrest then."
That's going around lately, getting ahead of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Press releases,
presses and pushes and
push it real good.
Yeah, so good for her. I mean, I wonder how she ended up naked there. Like, what was her reason for being naked? Maybe she has a OnlyFans.
She was doing a photo shoot.
Yeah, and she passed out in the middle of it because it is tiring work putting together an OnlyFans account.
I know somebody that.
Because there's like there's a lot of people that are into like public play. Like, I want to see videos of you in public touching yourself.
What kind of
I like that.
Yeah, I'm sure. See, there you go. See, every time I mention something like that, you're like, "What kind of videos are you watching?"
Yeah, that's kind of hot. Like a guy just like in his car jerking out. That's cops may catch you. Ooh, that's yeah. Girl.
You watch some JOIs. Jerking off instructions.
Oh yeah,
of course.
Yeah. Scientific reasons, obviously.
Scientific. You want to make sure that everything's up to par.
Yeah. You're healthy. I'm examining them as they do it to make sure there's no irregular bumps or growths anywhere.
Yeah. That thing hasn't grown in several years. 30 years.
Yeah, so I don't know. Have you ever been naked in public?
I've been naked. Been naked before, yeah.
In public?
In public? As far as like
everyone's been naked before.
I've never been naked in public.
Like, I've had sex in a graveyard, so I guess that kind of is.
Okay.
I wasn't fully naked though, because I was like, I don't know. I was kind of Donald Ducking it, where I didn't have my pants on, but I had everything else on.
Donald Duck. Naked, and it was really weird for me.
That does sound weird.
I wish I was queer, so I could.
I wish I was a baller. I wish I was.
No.
So, yeah. So, naked in public, good times. Besides the public sex, I've never really just been naked in public. like just streaking.
I've
never
had,
skinny dipped.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten some domature, some brain, some
brain,
fellatio in like a street,
like in the middle of the street. Like go around, I'm busy. Just go. It's like in Wayne's World when they're playing hockey out there, like car.
In the middle of the night,
car coming,
sucking on my streets.
You was so you was giving a night.
So there's that. And I used to. Well, I had sex at the. We talked about.
Yeah, you've had sex
in my high school.
Yeah.
Behind my old job, my very first job.
Mm-hmm.
But this was all in a car, so I guess this doesn't really count.
Yeah, you wasn't like.
But there's nothing that really turns me on
about being nude in public,
and I'm like getting caught. Like I don't even want to see I don't even want the girl to really see my penis,
let alone a bunch of strangers. That makes sense. Like, come one, come all, come see my penis. Yeah. Have you seen about the Karen in New York? I had to say it was New York. That accused a black kid of stealing her cell phone.
When was this?
It wasn't that long ago. It was during the pandemic. I want to say a few months ago, maybe. But she did an interview with Gayle King. And boy, did this Karen get feisty with Gayle. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Wow.
Hello.
Well, you're like double fisting. You got.
No, the monster's gone. I just didn't throw it away yet.
Oh, make sure you throw away your trash because there's plenty of signs around here.
I don't see a single one.
I'm gonna call the station manager out. He said he was gonna be here today, and I haven't seen him or heard from him.
Maybe he will. Maybe he's just coming later.
Maybe.
So this is the cell phone Karen.
Cell phone Karen.
She ended up getting charged with like assault.
With using the N-word?
No, she didn't use the N-word, but she got charged.
She meant it though.
Probably. She got charged with I want to say assault on the child.
Teenager about the phone, and then it turned out he didn't even have your phone.
Okay, so
that's the thing.
Do you want to get to that part?
You're saying, look,
Because
I'm 22.
Do you want to get to that
I'm
part?
22 years old, but you are old enough to know better.
Oh, the hotel
so I will
did
say
have
you're
my,
22.
Right,
I
Gail,
get it.
Enough. The hotel did have my
enough.
phone. The hotel did end up having my phone. I did get my belongings returned to me. So maybe it wasn't him, but at the same time, how is it so that as soon as I get asked to leave the premises, after I had accused this person of stealing my phone, how is it that all of a sudden they just miraculously have my phone when I come back? And it didn't seem as if my accusations really bothered the son and the father because they were just enjoying a nice meal right after this whole encounter.
They must not have been bothered because they were still able to eat dinner.
I want this to be over, and I'm sorry.
Whether they were
so I
bothered
would love
by
to make this short and sweet, Gail.
Mia, I want to go back to that day. Take us back to that day. We've all seen the video.
Okay, so I arrived back to the hotel after grabbing some Starbucks. I had noticed my phone had been missing,
she's a basic
so I just
bitch,
approached
Karen.
the hotel manager, asked him if he could kindly just check the footage. In my opinion, I was like, okay, any person walking down could possibly be the person that might have had my phone. I wasn't racial profiling whatsoever. I'm a woman. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm like a woman of color. I'm
like a woman
Italian,
of color.
Greek, Puerto Rican.
You keep saying you're Puerto Rican. Does that mean that you can't be racist because you're saying you're a woman of color? Is that what you mean?
Exactly.
Well, I would disagree that people of color can be racist too.
I love Gayle
Do you
King. She's
believe
like, I
that you
disagree.
should pay a price for this?
I don't feel that my accusation is a crime.
But it's more than the accusation. It's the way that you tackled him, it seems, on the videotape. What would you do
way that you
differently?
tackled
said that
him.
when you
Right.
look at that tape.
The way that
and
you
that's not who
assaulted
are.
him.
I think I could have just asked the hotel manager. So yes, I could have stepped aside, or the father and I.
On second thought, maybe I didn't have to tackle him.
Started
Right.
just speaking at a lower tone, and probably that would have handled the whole situation a lot better.
With all due
Yeah, I could have
respect,
just
when Mr. Harold was
like a
talking to you,
human
it
being.
seemed to me that he was
and or
responding
just
to
talk to
you
somebody
because you had
normally,
accused his son.
and
I'm
he could have
saying that
resolved the
both of
issue
us. I
instead
said
of
both of
immediately
us.
going, "Black man!"
No, I'm not letting him walk away with my phone. Bottom line is this issue is much bigger than
than my racism.
I think Mia is appreciating, and she sees it as a very simple.
That's her lawyer
Attorney
talking.
Sharon Gatan sat with Ponsetto through the entire interview and wanted her client to feel empowered.
We're gonna
to
get a
tell her
copyright
own
strike
story.
for this.
I don't think
Gatan
so.
also
Because the
felt
lady's
it
gonna be like,
important to
"That's my
provide
voice."
context on
That's my
Ponsetto's
voice.
state of
That's my
mind
voice being
at the
racist.
time of the incident. So let me just boil it down. She was a 22-year-old woman alone in New York. No one is with her. Her entire contacts, flight arrangements, Wi-Fi, emails, Apple Pay, her funds, her money is all on that phone. She agreed that her behavior and her actions were definitely less than elegant, shall we say, and less than graceful and less than what anyone else would do. And she agreed, and she wouldn't have repeated
She agreed.
it. It's
She
been
said, "I'm
reported
so
that your
sorry
phone
that I'm
was
a
returned
POS."
to you by an Uber driver. Is that true?
That is not true because I arrived at the hotel with my phone in my hand.
So she
Okay,
left
who returned your phone to you?
in an Uber car.
The hotel.
So that's how the story
receptionist.
happened.
Mia, where had the phone been?
Why don't we ask the hotel receptionist?
Mia, to be honest, I'm telling you, you seem to be not remorseful, to have no contrition, that you're almost a little flippant about this. You have to understand,
it was an
for
Apple
this
phone and you didn't even
teenage
eat
boy
it.
Right.
who says that he was shattered, who said that he was traumatized, this is
I'm
a big
traumatized.
deal. You're traumatized too?
I'm
because
traumatized. The black
sorry.
boy had my
I'm sorry
phone.
from the bottom of my
He
heart.
saw my lock
Like, honestly,
screen.
He's 14. And that's what
It was a
they-
picture
that's
of
what
me
they're
and my
recording.
kids.
Yeah, I'm 22.
Hey,
I've
look,
lived
it's such a
probably
professional
just the
interview. They
same
have an
amount of life
airplane
as
flying
him,
over
honestly.
during it.
I'm just as secure at heart as he is.
It's for the effect.
I feel sorry that I made the family go through like all of that.
She
stress,
says
but at
she's
the same
just as
time,
torn apart
it
as
wasn't
he
just
is.
them going through that.
I just don't think that you helped yourself by your behavior.
Of
When you
course
looked
not.
at that
She's
video,
still
what did you
like,
think? What
it's
did
like
you
when you
think,
tell
Mia, when
somebody,
you
you
asked
call
me that.
somebody out and
You already
they
asked me that
find
at the
something
beginning of
else.
the interview.
Right.
I'm not
Okay.
going over it again. I would
I'm
like
not
to.
going over it
I would like to
again.
have a real interview with real
I'm
questions
so
and real
upset
heart
that
and
you
real
interviewing me right
sincere
now
apologies.
that I'm not even-
Let
Wait, she just
2021
said
be
I'd
the
like to have
moment.
a real interview with real sincere apologies. Like she expects someone to apologize to her.
Yeah, that's
like
how it sounds.
I'm sorry that you're a racist.
Yeah,
I'm
that's how it
sorry. I apologize for you assaulting this black kid. Our bad. Like we apologize for that. I don't know. Like why didn't she just call her phone and if the kid's pocket would have vibrated, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's my phone." But,
Well, she didn't have a phone to call.
oh, the hotel manager is with her
Mm.
because the hotel manager is like, "Can we just see the phone?" And the kid's dad was like, "No, you don't have to see my kid's phone. Like that's just no, just because he's walking around." Because she's like, "Yeah, I have an iPhone and he has an iPhone." And the dad was like, "Do you think they only make one iPhone? Like, they're mass produced, lady." The kid's father is actually a really famous jazz performer, I guess. So they have money. So I don't know, but yeah, it was in the back of an Uber. She left it there. But even in the interview, she's like, "Well, I can't guarantee that kid didn't have my phone." So like, even in the interview, even after like, yeah, no, it was in the back of an Uber. She's still like, well, maybe maybe that kid, maybe that kid got the same Uber I had earlier, and then acted like he found it. And I like how she's like, well, they couldn't have been that upset. They ate. Like they ate afterwards, because like when I get traumatized, I just never eat again for the rest of my life. Like 3 weeks later, he smiled, so he couldn't have been that traumatized. But she's just one of those ones that she will do anything to make herself in the right. Like there's no way he could have been upset. He couldn't have really been upset because he smiled at one point. So, but yeah, that's the good times. That's the good
Better
life.
dentures.
Whoa.
Better dentures. Yes, sir.
Whoa.
But yeah, so good times in the Karen world.
I don't really.
I don't know. I remember I think we talked about her a few times on here. There's the one Karen that's like in the Cleveland area. It's like went to Planet Fitness. Yeah, we because we watched the video, I think, when we were doing the show or when we were pre-recording the show at the school. We watched like she was at the DMV with like the older guy, and she just go everywhere and just try to cause a scene by not wearing her mask.
Oh.
I think you know what I'm talking about.
Probably.
So yeah, she I haven't seen much from her lately though. Cause she was at the Planet Fitness and she was working out without her mask on. The guys like, you gotta wear a mask, and she just wanted to be combative with them. Like, no, I don't need to wear a mask. It's not a law. It's like, yeah, it don't matter if it's a law or not. It's the company's policy, lady. But I don't know. I'm ready to stop wearing a mask.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. But I'm going to until, I don't have to anymore.
The cows come home.
Until I don't have to. Until they say, hey, it's safe for you not to wear a mask, I'm going to wear a mask.
Let's be real. It's probably safe for you not to wear a mask.
Probably. But until they tell me that.
Yeah.
I'm going to just wear it.
Until these elitists tell
you. And until a baby blood drinking, pedophile ring having.
Let's be real. Let's be very real.
Okay.
Do you really think that... You know what they say? They said that anyone that's double vaccinated, double shotted up, they don't have to quarantine, nothing else.
Yeah, they don't have to quarantine for 14 days if they come in contact with someone that has it.
Don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So the vaccination is supposed to keep you pretty safe.
Yeah. But not completely. I mean, I don't know. But you know what? Even outside of just COVID, I mean, masks are great. I think. So, I don't know. People in China have been wearing them for years.
Yeah, I'm getting really tired of it.
Why?
You just said you can't wait. Now you're switching the script.
I can't wait, but I mean, I'm not tired of it. Like, I'm not, it's like, I don't know. It don't seem like a big deal to me. Like, I put a mask on when I go into a store. So what? It's a piece of cloth on my face. It's not a big deal. As soon as I come out the store, I'm ripping it off. I'm taking it off as soon as I'm out the store. Like, yes, thank God. But I don't know. It's just I don't know. Like I don't know. I can't wait to not have to, but it don't bother me that I have to.
I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. It's a frustrating thing.
I don't think it's frustrating. What's frustrating about putting a mask on? You put underwear on, don't you?
Yeah, but having to worry about where's my mask. I left my mask in the car. Did I remember to bring a mask? It's just one extra thing.
I leave my mask in my car all the time, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, I always I somehow lose my masks. I have this garbage cloth one because the other masks that I had just disappeared somehow. They evaporated into the atmosphere.
Well, you can get like a pack of masks at Circle K for like $1 now.
Well, let me go see Cherry at Circle K and get a pack of masks. I don't like wearing the non-cloth ones either.
You know?
I don't like those because I feel like they just scrape my face.
I prefer the non-cloth ones now, actually. I've been wearing the disposable ones just because I feel like, I don't know. Last time I wore the cloth mask was when I got really sick. And then like a few days later, I wore it again. Like just go through the store and my stomach started hurting again. Maybe it's just a mask. Maybe it's just that mask. I'm just like, ugh. Maybe it needs cleaned, but I just didn't like it. So I've been wearing the disposable ones.
I'm tired of it. I'm sure most people watching this are probably leftists and.
No, I mean, even leftists are tired of the mask. But you know what? You got to do what you got to do at this point right now.
I don't know that, man. I don't know. It's just to a point now that all these people are getting vaccinated. All these people are getting vaccinated.
It's only like 40% of the country's gotten vaccinated.
A lot more than was before, and all these numbers are spiking. And
yeah, it's because there's a lot of people that won't get vaccinated.
If all these people, how many people? What are the statistics on the people that actually got sick, that actually had COVID? What are the statistics on people that actually had it twice?
I don't know.
And what are you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'd like to know all these statistics. These people that had confirmed twice, and they were far apart enough to where it could be like, yeah, they definitely had it twice.
Oh, no, not sure.
I'd like to see those stats. I'd like to see these stats. I'd like to see a lot of these stats. Because I know stats. Like Staten Island.
Yeah.
Looks like Staten Island. But
I know the most important stat is that like 700,000 people have died, or no, like 7 million people have died.
That's not nearly the most important stat.
Yeah, that's a pretty important stat. Like, how many million people have died from COVID in this country?
Yeah.
It's pretty important, I would think.
Yeah,
So
well,
I don't know. But then you got all these variants, and
there's all these things. And
yeah, it just sucks.
They don't know. They truly don't know.
Right.
And there's certain things that we do know, and they won't just come out and say it. Okay, that COVID is all a hoax. It just
you had the hoax.
Yeah, I did have the hoax, and it sucks. And I'm still, my sense of smell and my sense of, and I there's a lot of stuff. My body produces a lot more mucus. It's terrible. Not nearly as bad as it used to be, but all I'm saying is that they don't really know because they keep changing their mind. 1 minute it's this, 1 minute it's that. How can something be based on our scientific evidence proves this? Like, actually, it doesn't prove this, and it changes all the time. It's just so damn frustrating.
Things change. I mean, that's just it's just like everything. Cars today are not the same as they were back in 1950.
Yeah, because there's still technological advances, but that's not scientific evidence.
No, but it changes. It's like cancer. There's new scientific stuff that they learn every day to help fight cancer.
It's like they're saying cancer is spreadable. It's what's the word I'm looking for? Contagious. But no, it's not. Okay, now it actually is. We found out that it actually is. How many times did they say you can get it?
Well, you learn new
touching
things.
Something. And
well, that's like
touch it. They just keep going back and forth.
But it's always. But everything is like that. Once you start learning new things, it's like cancer. Before they didn't know what caused it. Then cigarettes definitely don't cause it. Then it's cigarettes do cause it. Then it's this may cause cancer. Roundup may cause cancer. We're learning now. It's just like AIDS.
Well, they're adding on to the cancers, but they're like, well, you have to do this. Well, actually, no, you don't. Well, actually, yes, you do. Masks are effective. Masks are ineffective.
But you know what? With the AIDS pandemic back in the 80s, it was the same way because it just stuff changes as you learn more about something. Like with AIDS, it was only gay people can get it. Then they're saying, oh wait, anyone can get it. Then they're wait, no, we're only gay people can get it. Then it was okay, no, we're back to everyone can get it. Because it just you learn more as you go. It's kind of trial and error with any disease. And we've only been in this coronavirus. I mean, the coronavirus thing has only lasted a year so far, which for a deadly disease like that or a pandemic of any kind, a year is not a long time. It feels like that to us because we're living through it. But you look at past pandemic, like polio. How long did it take them to wipe out polio? They lived with polio for a decade, or at least a decade, before they found out how to control it. And now it's not something you have to worry about anymore. The Spanish flu. How long did they live with that before they were able to get it under control and figure out what they had to do to control it? It's only been a year, and it sucks because it seems like a long time, and it seems like a lot because we're actually living through it.
Yeah, well, we're living in an advanced society, advanced all of these things. It's just they change their mind all the time. It's
they've always done that though.
It's just so frustrating, and I'm not arguing really with you. I'm just saying it's frustrating.
It is,
and it's like the mask don't, and then it's like everyone's got to carry papers that say, "Hey, I'm vaccinated." Hey, I'm not vaccinated. Vaccinated people can hang out with each other, but vaccinated people could also be with other people that aren't vaccinated that potential carry it, and this could happen to this, and this could happen to this. It's like there's no definitive, and I get it. They don't know, but that's the thing. They don't know, and they just
learned something, and this is what we're seeing right now, and then it's like, okay, that was wrong. This is actually what we're seeing, and
they change. They go back and forth.
But that's just with discovering new stuff. I mean, you're always going to have that time where it's, okay, this is what we found out. Oh, wait, that's wrong. We actually found this out. Oh, wait, no, it turned out that was right. It's just, that's always comes with, it's the discovery process of anything. It's like when, a restaurant invents a new food or comes up with something new. They may come up with one recipe. They're like, let me try it this way. It'll be better. Then they're like, okay, no, it was better this way. It's just, it's trial and error with a lot of this stuff. I think their intentions are good, but it just turns out to not be what they originally they thought. It's just, I don't know. I mean, they're obviously a lot more qualified than us.
Yeah.
To figure this stuff out. But
sure.
It's still you kind of learn by experience in something like this. Like I said, with the AIDS epidemic, a lot of it was trial and error. You know, hey, we think it's coming this way. We think it's coming that way. Oh no, it's coming this way. Oh, you shouldn't do this. Like, they used to, when it was happening, like, don't eat off the same fork as anyone else because you may get AIDS that way. Then they learned, okay, you can't get AIDS that way. Don't use the same, if someone has AIDS, don't use the same cup as them. You may get AIDS. And then they learn, oh, wait, never mind. We were wrong. You can't get it that way. It has to be, whatever, this kind of transmission or whatever. It's just, a lot of.
A fork, but a fork and a cup would be the same thing. It'd be oral transmission from DNA or whatever, from saliva or whatever.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's how it was during the AIDS. They were like, oh, don't drink after someone that has AIDS because you'll catch it. And then they realize, okay, no, that's not true. We're wrong. It's kind of like, they're trying to see what's going on. I mean, they're doing constant research on this, and it's hard to tell. It's like the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. They're like, yeah, it may not be safe. 7 people, got brain hemorrhages. And now they allowed it to go forward. Like, okay, out of the total number of people that got the Johnson & Johnson, only 7 of them got, brain hemorrhage. And it's safe enough that we can give it to people. I'm sure glad I didn't get it. Glad I didn't get the Johnson & Johnson.
That's like saying, I know it's not the same, but I just for, sharts and giggles. Out of all the millions of black people on this earth, only one of them got shot that day.
Right,
so
right.
It's
not a big deal. Yeah. Yeah.
Or whatever.
Well, that's, I actually made that analogy. Like, this year alone, X amount of black people have been killed by cops. It's like 500 in some percent. It's like really high number.
Of how many black people there
haven't
are.
Been
it's a very small percentage. So,
but I'm like, but police brutality isn't a thing. But 7 people got brain hemorrhages, so Johnson & Johnson's a problem, and that just kind of shows. I don't care who and where or why. I still have no interest in taking the vaccine. I have no interest in taking it. Yeah, it's not for everyone.
I have. That's my right, and I don't tell people that you're like. You have the right to take the vaccine, but I will be pissed one day if they're just like, you have to take it, because I think that's eventually it's going to be. It's like,
I don't think
you need to take your shots from.
I don't think it's going to be like they're not going to come to your house like you have to take this, but I think it's going
to.
Yeah, you must take this vaccine to leave this premise. But I think it's going to get to the point where there's going to be restrictions on what you can do if you're not vaccinated. Like we already saw that with the NFL draft. If you were not vaccinated, you cannot go into the draft. So, that's I got the email like, oh, you're invited into our fully vaccinated, zone for the
well, it's a good thing I didn't go.
Draft. Well, no, not the draft experience. You didn't have to be, but I actually was invited to go to the actual draft last night.
You could have sat with like Trevor and all that.
Yeah. Out in the audience,
Greg Newsome, and
maybe whoever those guys are. Yeah, I could have sat with Tony Khan, talked to AEW, maybe got a job.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have went. Tony was there.
Probably won't pay as much as this does.
No, I'm sure not. And then they may have a phone line that actually works, and I just can't deal with that.
The Jags were a higher draft pick, weren't
they? They had the first draft pick.
Yeah, they got Trevor Lawrence, I think.
They had a horrible season. Yeah, they picked a quarterback.
Yeah,
I know that.
Quarterback from Clemson.
Well, I just think, Tony Khan was there, and I think that is just proof I think that's just proof that AEW is about to die, because Tony Khan's already looking for another job at the NFL, apparently, because he was at the draft. It's like when Paul Heyman showed up on Raw, you just knew ECW was done. I think it's the same thing. So AEW is about dead, because why else would Tony Khan be at the draft? Unless he was looking for a job.
Maybe he was. They're like, oh, maybe I'll just go buy a team or something.
Nah, he wouldn't buy a team. Did you see the UFC event in Florida last weekend?
Where the dude?
No, well, yeah, that. But they had a capacity crowd. They filled up the arena, indoor arena.
No,
they filled it up.
Who cares? Let everybody, at this point, just let everybody do whatever the hell they want. All right? If it's beware of dog, okay? Beware of
I don't.
Beware of the risk. You sign something that says, hey, we can't, if you come in here, you're signing your risk. You may contract coronavirus.
Sounds good and all, but I don't
on paper.
Sounds good on paper, but I don't like that. Because I just know, because like my mom, I know that she would just throw caution to the wind and go to things like that. And I don't, you know what I mean? It's like, no,
well, she's an adult.
Yeah, but still at the same time, I don't want my mom to die because she, decides to go out to a full place and she ends up catching COVID. So yeah, some people just aren't smart enough to make their own decisions.
Well, then it's natural selection.
Yeah, well, I don't like that. And I want to select, could select someone I care about, or, even if, she goes out and gets it or whatever, and she doesn't have issue, my sister.
What if she has a mask? What if she's wearing a mask?
Well, she wouldn't. Well, you just said that let people do what they want, so she wouldn't have to wear a mask. She could just go out maskless.
Speaking like at capacity, like letting people go to concerts.
I don't like it because, if she decides to do that, but then she goes over and sees my sister who has Crohn's disease and has a weakened immune system, and she doesn't know she has it and gives it to my sister.
Why don't we just lock everybody up? And
I'm down with that.
Lock everybody up and nobody can go anywhere.
It's the best idea you've ever had.
Strictly enforce all rules.
It's the best idea you've ever had. I'm glad you finally see things my way.
Yeah. The worst idea I ever had was coming in today. But
yeah, I agree with that as well.
That was the worst idea.
But it'll be all right. You only got 20 minutes left.
20 minutes. We were cutting out early. You said we were cutting out early so we could go to McDonald's and go to the play place before it closes.
Jump in the ball pit.
Yeah.
I'm going to the funny stop tonight.
You are.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Me and the hubby are going. I'm gonna enjoy some funny stopping.
The funny stops here.
We're not gonna stop until it's funny. It's a double feature. We got free tickets. Double feature.
A double feature like the Autorama Drive-In?
I think so. I have not been. You know what? Well, I went to the movie theater to see AEW Revolution. I was going to go to the movie theater by my house last weekend to see Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat!
But my husband was like, why not just get HBO Max?
Or you could have hit up your local illegal movie downloader.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I could have loaded it up on flash drive.
I don't need the FBI SWAT team.
They're not tracking the file. I didn't say you had to illegally download it.
That is true. Well, you know that because that last, not the last COVID bill, but the one
$600 bill.
Yeah,
like,
they put in.
Better not be no download, no damn movies.
They put in
better not be no streaming, no illegal copywritten material.
Yeah, because they put in like I don't know, what is it, stricter penalties now if you get caught?
Something like that.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know anybody that does it, so
no. Of course not.
I have a lot of movies.
I guess they did that as a way to because the movie industry is hurting so bad right now. So I guess they did that as a way to kind of help them out. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know why he was in that bill.
They're looking for the big sharks, probably.
Oh yeah, they're looking for the people that run the websites and make them available.
Yeah. See, I like kind of the shorter theatrical release now. Because now movies are going to Blu-ray, they're going to home video.
Yeah, a lot
quicker. They're going to streaming services a lot quicker.
Yeah,
the short run, I love it.
Are you going to get HBO Max when Space Jam comes out?
No.
You're going to download it illegally?
No, I will
go to a theater and watch it.
Yeah, I'll go to a theater. I probably would.
A home theater.
Yeah, a home theater. I've been to the theater once since the pandemic.
Yeah, I've been once.
Yeah, I went to see Friday the 13th.
And I went to see
for the 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
So
neither of us went and saw an actual traditional new release movie.
Yeah.
When we went to the movie theater.
I went to see a 40-year-old movie, and you went to see a bunch of 40-year-old men hitting each other.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
It was great though. They had $5 popcorn, large popcorns, and it's $5 for a large popcorn and a large drink.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Yeah, because a large popcorn itself was like $5.80. Yeah, I think it was Cinemark. Tinseltown.
You get through. So when I go to the movies, which isn't that often, I prefer to just be home.
Mm-hmm.
But we go to the movies and then you stuff yourself because you don't want to waste it, and it's so damn good.
Yeah,
you're just and by sometimes I'll be in the opening credits and I'm like, it's all gone.
Yeah,
and I'm like, well, I don't want to go get a refill.
Well, they don't do refills now either because of COVID.
Yeah, a lot of times they'll just give you a new bucket a lot of times.
Well, not now. Well, Cinemark when I went, there's like no refills, but there's a discount on pop now because of that.
Mm-hmm.
But then they also had the AEW deal. If you're there to see AEW, you got the large popcorn, large pop for $5. And the reason they did that is because the pay-per-view started at 8. The concession stand shut down at 8:30. So, which really sucked because halfway through the pay-per-view, my drink was gone.
Looking for something to suck.
Yeah, my drink is gone. I'm like, but if I would have got 2 drinks, the ice would have been melted in the other drink by then. So it's just a lose-lose situation. I should have just stuffed some in my pockets.
Yeah,
and,
you should have just stuffed some ice.
Well, no, not ice, but I should have like brought some like,
get a catheter bag or like a piss
got
bag.
some of these.
And just filled it with pop.
I remember because like my dad used to take
soda pop.
When my dad used to take us to the theater, he would stuff his coat full of candy and 20-ounce pops and stuff. Like, we're not paying those theater prices.
Yeah.
Because they are ridiculous.
But that's where they get their money. Because the movie industry, that's one reason that they're dying. The movie theaters are dying is movie industries, that's how they make their money.
Oh, yeah.
They make very little on ticket sales.
Right.
And so that's
most of it comes from their concessions.
And that's why there was that big strike generally, because there was a bunch of strikes. Because when they were like last year, they were announced they're like such and such is going to like the HBO Max deal.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of places were like, well, we're not going to air your movies then
Disney
at all.
Plus, both of them,
we're not going to air your movie at all. We're not going to premiere it.
Yeah,
because that's what we do. We sell. You're not giving us. We don't make any money. Like it's like 10 or 15% of the ticket sales or something.
Right.
And they have to make their money on popcorn.
But a lot of people still like, even with them available on streaming, a lot of people still like that theater experience.
Yeah, but
I prefer sitting at home and watching the movie myself. But a lot of people just want the theater experience.
It just depends on. I don't like to go into a crowd. I like a quieter.
Yeah.
Like I like going hitting matinees.
Yeah, like I won't hit like a midnight premiere for a movie because it's always crowded.
Yeah.
I like going to like a Tuesday matinee when no one else is there.
Yeah.
Or a Monday matinee or something like that when no one else.
The last time, to be really honest, the last matinee I went to see was Click.
Oh my God, the Adam Sandler movie about the remote control.
I like matinee movies, but I just don't go.
Did you send a letter to Adam Sandler after that demanding the money back? Like, dear Adam, you owe me $9.75.
That movie made me tear up. Such a sad movie.
Yeah, it was that bad. It made me cry too. Like, why did I waste money on this?
So why are you such a hater?
No, that was a bad movie.
It was.
Jack and Jill was a bad movie. Like he had some good bangers, but those two were not it.
I need to go. I still need to see Uncut Gems.
I still need to see that too.
We need to just have a side podcast about movies and.
What's the movie he did with the guy from SNL, Andy Samberg?
Oh yeah, that was
Daddy's Boy or My Boy. That.
I know. Maybe it was My Boy. I don't remember. But
it was one of those. But that's actually a movie. You know where I'm going now.
Yeah, Wiki.
Yeah.
No, that is a very good movie.
Yes, I actually like that. A lot of people hated on it, but I like
Andy Samberg.
I do too.
I've liked everything that I've seen of his so far.
Yes.
I haven't gone out of my way really to watch everything he's ever done.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a funny dude. And I kind of wish he was still doing SNL. I'd like for him to come back to SNL for like host it. But he hasn't done anything large lately. So
no, he has one coming out called Spaceman and Hustle. I never saw Hubie Halloween.
Yeah, I never watched that either. I don't know if it's still on the net or on the
I'm
Netflix.
assuming it was a Netflix movie, so I'm assuming it's still on because I think he has a deal with Netflix.
Adam Sandler does, yes.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about Andy Samberg.
Was it the Do-Over? No, it wasn't the Do-Over.
I haven't seen a lot of those. If you went down the list of Adam Sandler movies, I'll be like, I've seen half of them. Maybe not. I don't know.
Oh, That's My Boy was what it was.
That's My Boy.
God, it was in 2012. I didn't think it was that old.
Yeah, it's an older movie.
Grown Ups
10
2.
years old next year.
Blended. Yeah.
Yeah, Adam Sandler.
He does a lot of movies with Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. Well, Drew Barrymore's kind of fallen off the face of the earth, too.
Yeah.
She really hasn't done anything super relevant lately.
I did like 50 First Dates.
That's that's like the number one rom-com people think about. They're like, oh, 50 First Dates.
Billy Madison, of course. Happy Gilmore was good.
I almost wore my one and only Billy Madison.
I've never watched The Wedding Singer.
It's got one of the greatest songs of all time in it.
What's that?
You'll have to listen to it because you haven't seen it. It's an Adam Sandler. It's like a song that he made for the Somebody Kill Me Please, I think is what it's called.
The Waterboy was good. Big Daddy was really good.
Waterboy's I was quoting that today at work. Me and my buddy.
Little Nicky was good.
Little Nicky. Quentin, I people that actually watch us every day, I'll be like, God, every time we talk about Little Nicky, you bring up Quentin Tarantino. But Quentin Tarantino is in the film.
Yes.
He's the priest, the blind priest.
Mr. Deeds was good. I like that. Anger Management was all right.
Yeah. Jack Nicholson is also kind of hit or miss.
Yes. The Longest Yard I liked.
Yeah, that was good. You liked it because there was a bunch of wrestler cameos.
No, I just liked it. It was a good movie. The bench, I like the cheerleaders on this side. I thought that, or Kevin Nash when he takes the hormone pills or the estrogen pills. That was great. The bench warmers, I've never seen that. Click, I didn't like. Reign Over Me, which was like him trying to do a dramatic role, I didn't like. It was about 9/11.
Remember, like Funny People. Funny People was all right.
I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry
that
wasn't
was
bad.
Pretty offensive for the homosexual community.
I liked it.
Oh, it was good.
You Don't Mess with the Zohan. I wasn't a big fan.
Yeah.
But yeah, then he made a couple stinkers. Grown Ups was good. Grown Ups 2, not as good. Hotel Transylvania, Here Comes the Boom, blah, blah, blah. The Cobbler, I've never seen.
No.
I don't like it.
What the hell is The Cobbler? Is that supposed to be, it looked like it's a American magic realism comedy drama film. I love how they put all those subgenres.
Right. Like, it's just a little bit of everything. So yeah. So here's I posted a question on Facebook the other day. I said it's gonna be our question of the day today. Since we got a few minutes left, I guess we'll jump into that. Would you rather do 1 year in prison or be in prison until you could finish a Rubik's Cube?
Oh God.
Because I've never finished a Rubik's Cube.
Neither have I. I guess
that could end up being a life sentence.
I think the gambling man in me, even though I'm no longer a gambling man, would say I'll just take the Rubik's Cube.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
I'll take my chances on that. I'll figure it out.
But you know it's going to be...
It also depends. There's a lot of variables.
Yeah.
Is it like one in prison in PC? 1 year in prison in PC?
You're in prison. You're walking the yard. You're going to chow. You're doing all that.
Either on both sides.
Yeah.
Well, like if you add,
you're just a regular inmate.
Because most people
way.
Would be like, well, if you add, like, well,
if you go to segregation, you don't get to take the Rubik's Cube with you. So if you go to segregation, that's all just dead time. You won't have your Rubik's Cube in there with you to work on. You can only work on it when you're in the general population for safety reasons.
Yeah.
You don't want to. They don't want you to turn a Rubik's Cube into a shank in the hole. And shank in a CO.
Sharp in a corner.
Yeah. So, you had to do a year until you can finish the Rubik's Cube. Knowing all these variables now. You're going to be like a regular inmate, general population. If you go to segregation, you cannot take it with you. So, you can't work on it until you get out of segregation.
I think I'm still doing the Rubik's Cube thing.
Think you're still doing it?
Yeah, it's motivation.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, every time you drop the Rubik's Cube.
You keep adding stuff. It's like dropping the soap. Is that what
yeah. Like,
and the Rubik's Cube is covered in grease.
Well, no. I'm just saying, but, like, if you're playing... Because, like, there's a lot of times I've dropped it. Like, I'm trying to figure it out. I don't get so frustrated. I'm like, ah! But anytime you go to pick it up, and, like, Bubba's just there. Like, oh, yeah, you dropped the Rubik's Cube again.
Wow. We've touched rape a lot today.
We had. It's a very rapey show.
Prison rape now.
Yeah. I think I would probably just do a year because I feel like it'd take me. I would never get the Rubik's Cube figured out. I'd be like 90 years old, still in prison, trying to figure it out with my Depends on. I'd have the jumpsuit Depends on, trying to figure out the Rubik's Cube. Yeah, at least I don't have to waste time going to the bathroom. all the time trying to figure this thing out. You could have been out like 70 years ago if you just would have took the year. So I don't know. I think I would take the year because I'm not good at the Rubik's Cube. I don't know. I've never finished one. My husband does.
Do you ever finish anything you start?
Yeah, the show. I'm going to finish it here in a few minutes. And I started it by myself. Technically, for like 10 seconds. It's a hard 10 seconds.
I went running up the steps, man.
Yeah, I know.
I went running. I had to park in the regular parking lot because you wouldn't come to the back door and open it for me.
I'm sorry I didn't come to your back door, but if you drop the Rubik's Cube, we just talked about Big Bubba will come in your back door. Yeah, so I don't know. I think I would do the 1 year because I don't think I could do. But maybe they'll put you in Grafton, so at least you'll
have family.
Yeah, at least you'll have family there.
My dad's retiring soon, so.
Oh, is he finally retiring? Because I know we talked before.
Every time we talk, he's
because he said he wanted to retire, but then he didn't because of the insurance.
Last year, he's like, I'm retiring this year. In 2020, right? Like, I'm retiring. So he put his 30 years in. It's like, I'm retiring. And then the pandemic hit, and then he's like, well, times of uncertainty. Maybe I'll stick around. He's like, but I'm definitely retaring next year in March or April, and here we are. The last day of April.
And he's still not retired.
Still not retired. Now he's like, well, maybe I'll stick it out another year. Which there's benefits to him doing that, but like not like spending another year of your life working.
Right.
Of benefits.
I
get the money, but
yeah.
So I'm trying
did he get vaccinated?
Yes.
He did.
Yes.
I know because
he is the only member of my immediate family with the vaccination.
Really? So your mom didn't get it?
No.
Okay. And you guys all went through COVID pretty much, right?
So he brought it home and gave it to everybody. My younger sister, because I'm the middle child, my younger sister did not contract coronavirus from anybody, and she got tested probably the most out of anybody in the family. My father got tested once because then he found out he had COVID. I don't know if my older sister got tested more than once or whatever. It was my dad, then my sister, and then me and my younger sister went and got tested. It was negative, but it was a rapid and it was too early.
Right.
So then I went again and got tested and was positive. And she got tested again. She got tested like 4 times because it was like she was kind of screwed. It was like every time, like she's like, okay, well here's the 14 days, and somewhere between that 14 days, was like, well now I've been around you. Like it was the holidays. Right. It was really hard. I mean,
yeah. Did your mom end up getting it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we all did, except for my younger sister, who was around all of us.
She just has
I don't know how she's like the one that's always sick, always had the worst immune system. Was in
that's weird.
It's weird that she somehow managed to not, and it's not like she had it and didn't know. I mean, she was tested. She probably took 4 or 5 tests over the course of like 3 weeks.
Oh wow.
4 weeks, maybe a month, we'll say. Right. She was getting tested like once a week.
I guess with your dad working in the prison, I mean, just with everything, all the
it's
different
just crazy
variables,
to me
makes sense.
Because I live next door to my parents. And I spend a lot of time with my parents.
Right.
To think that whole time, COVID was going on, nothing.
Right.
Christmas, the week of Christmas.
Bam. It is crazy going to school and everything. I mean, it's nothing.
Yeah.
But it seems like around that same time.
I was door dashing with my ex-best friend.
It seems like around that time, because that's like when Doozer got COVID.
That was the peak of the peak.
Yeah, because that's like when Doozer got it. That's when like Ricky got it.
We weren't at the school at that point, so it's not even like we were here.
Right. Yeah, so. But it is time, about that time, to wrap things up for the week. We'll be back next Friday right here on WMVU, part of the Radio Free Entertainment Network. Next Saturday, I'll be at the Hartville Flea Market.
I might
selling
be there.
Some goodies.
I might not.
Corey may or may not show up.
I'll be there in spirit regardless.
He will.
And maybe I'll sign some stuff because that's what everyone wants. Everyone wants my signature. Because
everyone wants that,
in
Corey.
50 years, my signature might be worth at least a quarter.
Yeah. They never know.
A quarter of $1,000,000. I don't know.
Never know. Just never know. Could be anything. Anywhere in between. Get the Corey Hennessy rookie card. Maybe the LeBron James rookie cards. Cards are back in now for some reason.
Yeah, let's get cards made. We'll get stats. We should get cards made and then have like BS stats on the back.
Yeah, we should.
With like stupid stuff. It's like for like 2019, 2020 season or 2021 season. It's like farts on air. 3.
Sexual escapades described on air. 26.
Rape jokes.
309. Yeah.
Jokes.
With a total combined 396 rape jokes, Corey leads the season. We're gonna have some cool stuff. So I'll have some t-shirts and all that next week, and Corey will not be there, but he may be there, but we don't know. So we are gonna wrap things up here. So remember, if you see that picture of Jesus on Facebook, share it, or you will go to hell. Say goodbye, Corey.
Bye-bye.
No matter where you meet a stranger, be careful if they are too friendly. One never knows when the homosexual is about.
Schizophrenic, baby. I love both of you. Schizophrenic, baby. Say you love me too. You too. Now when our romance has just begun, I know when everything's said and done, I'm getting 2 for the price of 1. What fun! Schizophrenic, baby, all my whole life through. You will hear me saying, I love both of you. I do. Baby, how happy we're gonna be, living together contentedly. You and your split personality and me. Schizophrenic, baby, I've got news for you. Schizophrenic, baby, I'm a schizo too. Me too. My alter ego and you and me, and your alter ego, we all will be engaged in a new group activity, you'll see. Baby, let's make it unanimous, just us.
Your hometown station, WMVU.org.
Akron, Canton, Cleveland, Northeast Ohio, and worldwide.